Hey guys, welcome to Joy of the Trade. This is my end of the week wrap up and another extraordinary week in the markets. Last time I was with you guys on Wednesday in the midweek, I was talking about specific special situations that would emerge that I forecasted in terms of oil. And kind of all of a sudden exploded out of nowhere. And you saw oil just shoot up 30% in the last couple of days. And what happened was that chorus that I heard, little bird in my ear, out of Congress, blaming Saudi Arabia, ratcheting up pressure, imploring the president to be tougher with the Saudis, resulted in Donald Trump coming out and tweeting and saying that there's talks that they're going to take that 10 million barrels of oil, the Saudis being 10 million barrels of oil that they're flooding the markets with, back off. And so that's been the real problem with oil is you have this like huge crash in demand because of coronavirus for obvious reasons. And then you have this insane increase in supply. So of course prices are going to go down. Anybody who's ever taken an economics class understands that the supply and demand equilibrium goes out of whack and you get price shocks. So anyways, we saw oil do that. And so it's funny, like you're forecasting what's going to happen. And here we are. And I don't know if oil is going to be $40. I don't know if it's going to be $15, but I know that once the Band-Aid is ripped off the scab and the bleeding kind of like subsides, that healing will start. And so the fact that we're having these conversations right now is constructive, in my opinion. And just like all these people were late to say that oil should go down, they're probably saying it should be 10, and that's probably extreme for now. So my expectation is we see it sometime somewhere around 30, somewhere between 20 and 30 for the most part. But in this blip, this rebound, I think it might overshoot and surprise some people, specifically if we get tangible, constructive results out of the Russians and Saudi Arabia. So I came back yesterday and gave a free stock idea, STNG, which is a tanker company. Those guys will do well if oil goes back up because rates for shipping oil go higher. And they also do well in the situation which we're in, this unique situation of contango, where the price of oil 6 months from now is more expensive than it is right now. And I expect that to be the case for a while because the economy is going to be in a period of shutdown for more weeks and months possibly. And it's going to be slow even when we get back online. So that's always going to be priced into the recovery. So that's a reason that I think that's not a bad idea. That's something I'm bullish on. It's a quickie. It's a trade that could be a real flyer. So I'm excited about it. But let me share my screen. I want to show you guys something really interesting that's happening because it's kind of a quiet day, believe it or not, in the stock market. But that's good. Quiet is good. Quiet is the sign of a little bit of market recovery. So this right here is a 6-month chart of S&P future in the white and the VIX. So I've been talking a lot about the VIX. Why? Because it's good to know where we are in extreme sentiment. I've been pretty correct in saying that I think we put a top in the VIX already in mid-March. And so we've seen the market have this nice rally back, but then consolidate and give some back. We had some selling at the beginning of the week. A little bit of a rebound yesterday, not so great of a rebound, but a little bit of a rebound. But really, this cluster here, unless we break down there, is a sideways consolidation period, especially with this VIX, which is the key number here, back underneath 50, so 49.2. And so my read on that is that if we can keep the VIX underneath 50, we're going to retest this 2,800 level, which has been my target for the rebound. Because remember, markets are always overshooting. I still think we're going to be in a more intermediate term downward slope, but in this short term, by short term, I mean the next couple of weeks, I think we can test 2,800 on the upside. And I think that a lot of the risk factors are to positive news coming out. There's a lot of potential for breakthroughs in therapy. There's a lot of potential for a vaccine coming online quicker. We know that there's been just an endless stream of bad news. So people calming down with many of the potential news bombs being actually bullish ones, and then this consolidating price action is something that I'm positive on. So again, we're going into a weekend. We might see some people puke their stocks at the close because they just don't want to hold the risks over the weekend. We know the news cycle on the weekend's bad. We know Sunday night trading is less volume. There's less reality happening. There's a small group of really powerful algo and high frequency dudes that really know how to put the pedal to the metal in the future Sunday night. So beware of that. There'll be opportunities if you're timing and you're tactical like that. So let's pay attention. The more muted the response is into the close over the weekend, the more we're close to bullish price action. So stay safe, take care of your mind, take care of your account, stay positive, one day at a time, one trade at a time. We will get through this. Keep making money. LFG.